Good morning, students. Welcome again here in this video tutorial. Student, before going to start the chapter, first of all, I would like to ask you some questions. Okay, just look at the picture here and tell me, what is this? Easily you can tell me, ma'am, this is a tree, this one also, and this one also. Beta, just look at here also, this picture. What is this? Yes, trees. And what about this picture? Can you recognize? Yes. Tell me. You already learned in your previous classes also. This one is very easy and simple for you. Yes, picture of some herbs. Here, picture of some shrubs. And what about this one? Okay. What about this one? Climbers. Which one? Climbers. Wow. Just look at here again. Grass over there. Very beautiful and green grass over there. As you can see in this picture. Wow, just look at the another picture also. Beautiful grass over there. So, beta, grass. What is this? Grass. So, today we will learn about our chapter number 9 of geography. Which chapter? Our chapter number 9 of geography of class 7, life in the temperate grassland. Which life? Yes, life in the temperate grassland. Okay, in this chapter, we will learn about, yes, life, or you can say that ki, climate, flora and fauna. Then we will learn about which thing? Yes, we will learn about people also in this chapter. So, student, now let's continue our chapter with topic. First of all, grassland. What do you understand by grassland? Beta, just as a forest can be defined as the place where trees are the main type of vegetation. Okay, forest can be defined as what? Yes, forest can be defined as the place where trees are the main type of vegetation. So, just like same as forest, grassland can be defined as a region where grasses form the dominant type of plant life. Okay, what form the? Yes, grasses form the dominant type of plant life. Grassland make up almost a quarter of the total land surface. How much of the land total land surface? Grassland make up almost a quarter. Which one? A quarter. The types of plants that grow here greatly depend on what the climate and soil are like. Okay, grassland depend what? Yes, the type of plant, you can say that in grassland depend on the what the climate and soil, what type of climate there over there that land, and which type of soil. And you know what, beta, one important thing also, uh, climate plays an important role in the formation of grassland. What plays an important role in the formation of grassland? Yes, climate plays an important role in the formation of grassland. It is generally used as a basis to divide the words grassland into two broad categories. Okay, अगर हम बात करें talk about words grassland, so how many categories? Yes, two broad categories. The number one is the temperate region. Which one? The temperate region. And the number two is the tropical region. These two broad categories we can divide the word grassland. पूरे जो word के grassland है हम उनको two parts में divide करते हैं. Two broad categories में we can divide. The number one is the temperate region and the second one is the tropical region. But I just look at the picture also. This one is temperate grassland. And what about this? This one is tropical grassland. And you know what about temperate grassland? Means the environment has a mild climate and four seasons and have soil that is rich in humus. And what about tropical grassland? Means the environment is near the equator and is warm all year around. Just look at the color of grass. The grass also better difference between temperate grassland and tropical grassland. And this one, tropical grassland have a rainy season and a dry season. Here, in which tropical grassland have a rainy season and a dry season, and have more trees and poorer soil. Now, student, let's come here. Our next topic is the prairies. Okay, the temperate grassland. Which grassland of North America? The temperate grassland of North America are known as the prairies. Okay, which grassland? The temperate grassland of North America are known as the prairies. It is a region of flat, gently sloping or hilly land. What kind of features over there in the temperate grassland of North America? Yes, region of flat, gently sloping or hilly. For the most part, prairies are treeless, but as you can see that most of the part here in grass are treeless. Okay, वहाँ tree नहीं है, but near the low-lying plains. Yes, but what about low-lying plains? Flanking river valleys, woodlands can be found. Which type of river? Yes, flanking river valleys and woodlands also can be found in where? In North America, temperate grassland, and what it called? The prairies. Tall grass up to 2 meter height. Yes. What about tall grass length? Yes, it about, you can say that, 2 meter high, dominate the landscape. It is actually a sea of grass. What it called? Yes. Or you can say that what is the another name of the prairies? The another name of the prairies, sea of grass. Here also, beta, just look at the picture of prairies also. Wow, what a beautiful and tall grass, as you can see here. It's up to 2 meter high and dominate the landscape. Okay, and actually a sea of grass, you can say that. The prairies are bound by the Rocky Mountains in the west and the Great Lakes in the east. Okay, here as you can see, just look at here like this. North, east, south and west. So this area, just look at carefully. Prairies, just अगर ये आपका prairies का area है, bounded by the Rocky Mountains in the west. Here, which mountain? Rocky Mountain in the west. And what about east? Great Lakes in the east. Word origin also given here. The word, okay, the word prairie originated from Latin word praeta. From which word it originated? Yes, it originated from Latin word praeta, which means meadow. What's the meaning of praeta? Of Latin word? Okay, meadow. Now student, just let's come here. Look at the map of North America. This is the map of North America. And now as you can see that the prairies cover part of United States. Which state it covers the part? Yes, prairies cover the part of United States of America and parts of Canada also. Which part? Parts of Canada. In the USA, which? Yes, in the USA, the area is drained by the tributaries of Mississippi. Okay. Which tributary? Yes, tributary of Mississippi, and the Canada prairies are drained by the tributary of Saskatchewan River. Which river? Yes, Saskatchewan River. Okay, got it? Now, what about the climate? Okay, climate in prairies and temperate. Okay. Being located in the heart of a continent. Where it is located, you can say heart of the continent, or you can say middle of a continent. The climate is of continental type with extreme temperatures. What kind of temperature? Yes, extreme temperature. It means the summers are warm with temperatures of around 20 degrees Celsius. If we are talking about which season? Yes, the summer are warm. Which the summer are warm with temperature of around what? How many temperature? How much temperature it goes up? 20 degrees Celsius. While in winter, just look at the difference here, 20 degrees Celsius. And while in different, same in winter, -20 degree. Here a big difference between 20 degrees Celsius and minus degree. Okay, in summer a warm with temperature around 20 degrees Celsius, while in winter -20 degrees Celsius had been recorded in the Winnipeg, Canada. In winter, a thick blanket of snow. Winter's temperature goes to -20 degrees Celsius. So here in winter, a thick blanket of snow cover this region. Okay, एक thick blanket of snow जो है पूरा इस region को cover कर लेती है. The annual rainfall is moderate, okay, and is deal for the growth of grass due to the absence of the north-south barrier. Okay, अभी मैंने आपको बताया, I have told you that कि north, east, south, west. Okay, prairies का आपका जो region है जो वहाँ है आपका नॉर्थ अमेरिका में, where कि आपका mountains है west में. Okay, just look at again. Just look at here, beta. North, east, south and west. ये आपका एरिया हो गया. Just look at here. So आपका, but here bounded by the prairies are bounded by the Rocky Mountains. Here Rocky Mountain in the west and the Great Lakes in the east. But what about north and south? Okay, नॉर्थ एंड साउथ बैरियर एब्सेंस. ओके, वहाँ कोई बैरियर नहीं है, कोई हवा के लिए कोई रोक टोक नहीं है. सो ड्यू टू द एब्सेंस ऑफ नॉर्थ एंड साउथ बैरियर, अ लोकल विंड चिनूक. विच लोकल विंड? यस, चिनूक blows here. So Chinook. So what do you understand by Chinook? Chinook is a hot wind. Which wind? Chinook is a hot wind that blows in winter and therefore raises the temperature within a short time. Okay, this increase in temperature result in a melting of snow, making pasture land available for grazing of animals. Our next topic is flora and fauna. Prairies are practically treeless. Okay, here two words come again here. As you know that about flora also and fauna also, we already studied about this in our previous chapter also. Flora means flowers, trees and all, and fauna means animals, birds and all. Okay, prairies are practically treeless. As you know that prairies are treeless where water is available. So where water is available, trees such as willows, alders and poplars grow. But somewhere water also available in prairies area. So in that area where water is available, which kind of trees? Yes, grow there. There grow such as willows, alders and poplars. Okay. Places that receive rainfall over 50 centimeter. What about rainfall? Receive rainfall over there? Yes. As you can say that places that receive rainfall over 50 centimeter are suitable for farming as a soil is fertile due to rainfall of over 50 centimeter, which is suitable for what? Yes, which is suitable for farming. As a result, you can say that soil is fertile. Though the major crops of this area is maize, so some major crops of area of prairies also. So what are this? Yes, maize, other crops including potatoes, soya bean, cotton and alfalfa. Which one major crops? Yes, maize, potatoes, soya bean, cotton and alfalfa. Areas where rainfall is very little or unreliable. Okay, where some areas also there where rainfall is very little and unreliable. So grasses are short and sparse. So what kind of grasses they are found? Yes, they are found grasses are short and sparse. These areas are suitable for cattle rearing where rainfall is little or unreliable. So that's why grasses are short and sparse. So that area are suitable for what? That area is suitable for cattle rearing. Large cattle farms found ranches. Which one? Yes, ranches are looked after study man called cowboy. जो काफ़ी हैं आपके कैटल रेयर्स जो फार्म्स हैं जिनको ranches भी कहा जाता है, वहाँ मैन देखते हैं वहाँ के कैटल को, वहाँ के एनिमल्स को. What it called? Yes, it called cowboy. बेटा जस्ट लुक एट हियर ऑल्सो अ cowboy with his horse. कैटल रेयरिंग हो रही है यहाँ, और देखिए cowboy है एक हॉर्स के साथ. Bison or the American buffalo. Just look at the picture also, bison here. So, bison or the American buffalo is the most important animal of this region. So, which is the most important animal of this region, of prairies region? Yes, bison or the American buffalo. It nearby got extinct due to its indiscriminate hunting and is now a protected species. Yes, as you can, if we will talk about the species, so bison is now a what? A protected species. The other animals also found in this region, other animals, ऐसा नहीं है कि only bison ही है या कुछ ही है. So other animals also found in this region are rabbit, tortoise, gophers and prairie dog also. Which one? Yes, rabbit, tortoise, gophers and prairie dog. Now what about people? People of this region, people of prairies, what kind of habitat? Okay, you can say that. कैसे लोग रहते हैं वहाँ? The people of this region are very hardworking. Okay, people of this region, what kind of people? Yes, they all are very hardworking. They have successfully harnessed technology to utilize their rich natural resource. Yes, technology they are using to utilize their very rich natural resource over there. So that's why harsh technology they are using to utilize, to use their rich natural resources. Two of the most developed countries in the world, the USA and Canada. Yes, as you know that if we talk about the all over the world, so two of the most developed countries all over the world also located in this region. Which one? They are USA and Canada. All of you know that USA and Canada are most developed countries as we compare all over the world. Then scientific method of cultivation and use of tractors, harvester and combines has made North America a surplus food producer. Due to they are using scientific methods of cultivation, they are using tractors, harvesters and combines has made. ये सारी चीज़ों का जब combines हो जाता है cultivation, they are using scientific method, use of high technique tractors. So what it made? Yes, it has made North America a surplus food producer. The prairies are also known as the granaries of the world. What prairies are also known as? Yes, known as the granaries of the world. Due to the huge surplus of wheat production. Yes, wheat production बहुत ज़्यादा है. So that's why prairies also called the granaries of the world. Yes, I'm talking about word beta. Dairy farming is another major industry. Crop cultivation and all these, one of the major industries also there, that dairy farming. The dairy belt extends from the Great Lakes to the Atlantic coast and the east. Yet where it extends, the dairy belt extends from where? From the Great Lakes to the Atlantic coast and the east. Dairy farming and extensive agriculture both promote setting up food of processing industries. So that's why what it promotes? It promotes setting up the food processing industries also. Large mineral deposits, particularly coal and iron, and a good network of road, railway, and canals in this region have made it the most industrialized region in the world. अगर आप बात करें industrialized region की also, so due to some you can say that mineral deposits over there, just like coal and iron, good networks of road also there, railways and canals. Which one? Good network of roads, railways and canals in this region made it what? Yes, made it the most industrialized region in the world. Now students, just let's come here. Our next topic is the wells. The temperate grassland of South Africa are called the veld. What about the temperate grassland of which one? South Africa. Okay, beta, just look at the difference between also temperate grassland of North America. What it called? We already studied the prairies. And what about the temperate grassland of South Africa? Okay, what it called? It called velds. Got the difference between temperate grassland of North America and temperate grassland of South Africa. Okay, what it called? Velds. Velds are rolling plateaus with varying height ranging from 600 meter to 1100 meter. Okay, here some plateaus also there. जो grassland है वहाँ का वो plateau की form में. Okay, plateaus also over there with varying how much height? Ranging from 600 meter to 1100 meter. It is bound by the Drakensberg mountain on the east. To its west lies the Kalahari Desert. Same as north, east, साउथ एंड वेस्ट. ओके, जो आपका वहाँ क्या है ईस्ट में कौन सा है? ड्रैकन्सबर्ग माउंटेन. ओके, विच माउंटेन? ड्रैकन्सबर्ग माउंटेन इन वेल्स. वेल्स में आपका ईस्ट में कौन सा है? एंड व्हाट अबाउट वेस्ट? कालाहारी डेजर्ट. Now let's come here. On the north and eastern part, which part? Northeastern part, high wells are located that attain a height of more than 1600 meter in some places. अगर हम बात करें some places की तो जहाँ वो वहाँ के high wells also located over there that attain how much height? Height of more than 1600 meter. Now look at the map of Africa also, beta. Yes, just look at the map also, well in Africa. Okay, just look at green part here over there. This is the part. Okay, you can say that Africa का जो आपका part है world covered by. And you know the world name was given by the Dutch settlers. Okay, what about the world name? World name was given by the Dutch settlers before South Africa was colonized by the British. British के colonize होने से पहले South Africa में world को name किसने दिया था? Dutch settlers में. So बेटा, now what about the climate? Okay, climate of this region. The Welsh have a mild climate due to the influence of the Indian Ocean. यस, यहाँ है वेल्स आपका. तो साउथ अफ्रीका के जस्ट नीचे आपका कौन सा ओशन है? इंडियन ओशन. सो ड्यू टू इंडियन ओशन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ क्लाइमेट इन वेल्स रीजन? यस, द वेल्स हैव अ माइल्ड क्लाइमेट ड्यू टू व्हाट? ड्यू टू द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ द Indian Ocean. Winters are cold and dry. What about winter? Yes, winters are cold and dry. Temperature vary between 5 degrees Celsius and 10 degrees Celsius, and July is the coldest month. What about the coldest month in the world? Yes, July is the coldest month in the world. And what about temperature? Temperature mostly varies between 5 degrees Celsius and 10 degrees Celsius. Then summers are short and warm. What about summers? Summers are very short and warm. Johannesburg record about 20 degree Celsius temperature in the summer. What about 20 degree temperature? 20 degrees Celsius temperature in the summer. And where? In Johannesburg. Now, the world receive rainfall mainly in the summer month from November to February. What about November month to February month? Yes, from November month to February month, world receive rainfall in the summer month. It counts under summer months of which month? From November to February. This is mainly because of the warm ocean current that wash the shores of the wells. Yes, warm ocean currents आपकी वहाँ है, वो क्या करती है? Wash वो करती है shores of well. If the rainfall is scanty in the winter month from June till August, drought may occur. अगर वहाँ rainfall जो है कम हो जाए winter months में from June till to August, तो क्या हो जाता है? Drought यानी कि सूखा जो है, सूखे की problem, shortage of water हो जाती है. Let's come here, flora and fauna. The vegetation cover is sparse. Okay, the vegetation cover, what it covers is sparse. So grasses dominate the landscape. All of you know that grasses dominate what? Grasses dominate the landscape. Red grass grows in bush velds. Which grass grows in bush velds? Yes, red grass grows in the bush veld. In the high velds acacia, and the marula are seen to be growing. Okay, the animals of the velds are primarily lions, leopard, cheetah, and kudu. Just look at the picture also, leopard also. So animals, you can see what kind of animals: lions, leopards, cheetah, and kudu also. Now, what about people of the Welsh region? Okay, Welsh are known for cattle rearing and mining. Here, which one? Cattle rearing and mining. The soils are not very fertile, just as like prairies. Prairies की soil कैसी है आपकी? काफ़ी fertile है. But as compared to prairies, the soil of Wales are not very fertile. So that's why here which cattle rearing and mining in the wells due to the presence of discontinuous grass exposing barren surface. However, where the land is fertile, but some places are also over there where land is also fertile, so crops are also grown over there. So the main crops are maize, wheat, barley, oats, and potato. What are the main crops grown in the part of wells where for land is fertile? Yes, the main crops are maize, wheat, barley, oats, and potato. Cash crops like tomato, sugarcane, and cotton also. Yes, some cash crop also overgrown there where land is fertile. So, which are cash crops? Yes, cash crops like tobacco, sugarcane, and cotton. Sheep rearing is the most important occupation of the people. Which is the most important occupation of the people of the world? Yes, the most important occupation of the people of the world is sheep rearing. Sheep is bred mainly for wool and has given rise to the wool industry in the West. Mainly for what? Mainly for wool and given rise to the wool industry. So that's why sheep जो cattle है वहाँ sheep rearing जो है most important occupation है. So that's why इस वजह से क्या है वहाँ wool industry काफ़ी rise है. Merino, one kind of sheep, one species, you can say that merino sheep is a popular species and their wool is very warm. Which sheep is a popular species? Yes, merino sheep is very popular species and their wool is very warm. Dairy farming is the next important occupation after cattle rearing. After sheep rearing. Which rearing? After sheep rearing, which farming? Dairy farming is the next occupation. Okay, important occupation. You can say that cattle are reared in the winter and weather regions, and the dairy product like butter, cheese are produced for both domestic supply and also for export. For export also and for the use of domestic supply, अपने घर के यूज़ के लिए और बाहर एक्सपोर्ट करने के लिए कैटल को वो करते हैं. उसके बाद वो डेयरी प्रोडक्ट्स लाइक करते हैं बटर, चीज़. ओके, क्या प्रोड्यूस करते हैं डेयरी प्रोडक्ट से? कैटल तो हो गया. वो किस में वो करते हैं? वार्मर. ओके, कैटल्स आर रीच्ड इन द वार्मर एंड वेटर रीजन्स. ओके, कहाँ का रीजन? जहाँ वार्मर और वेटर रीजन है. और डेयरी प्रोडक्ट्स करते हैं वो वेयर? बटर, चीज एंड प्रोड्यूस फॉर बोथ डोमेस्टिक यूज ऑल्सो एंड फॉर द एक्सपोर्ट. The wells have rich reserves of minerals. Okay, wells में काफ़ी rich reserve for minerals भी हैं. Iron and steel industries has developed where coal and iron are present. Which industries? Okay, develop in wells. Yes, iron and steel industries has developed. Okay, gold and diamond mining are major occupation of the people of this region. What are the major occupation again regarding minerals? Yes, gold and diamond. Which one? Gold and diamond. Johannesburg is known for being the gold capital of the world. This is very important, beta. Capital of the world. Gold capital of the world. Which is the gold capital of the world here in world? Yes, in South Africa. Which one? This. Johannesburg is known for being the gold capital of the world. Kimberley is famous for the diamond mines. Which one? Kimberley also plays over there, which is very famous for its diamond mine. Just look at the picture also, 9.7 here, diamond mine, Kimberley. Okay. Then, mining of diamond and gold in South Africa led to the establishment of trade ties with Britain, and gradually South Africa became a British colony. Yes, due to what? Due to mining of diamond and gold. And which part? Yes, in South Africa led to the establishment. What it led? Yes, it led to the establishment of the trade ties such as Britain and gradually South Africa. So that's why it became a British colony. Okay, why it became a British colony? Yes, it became a British colony because of mining of diamond and gold where in South Africa. This mineral rich area has a well developed network of transport. Yes, अगर हम बात करें network of transport, so ये जो आपका area है, this mineral is rich area, is a well developed. So for today beta, that's it. But one activity also you have to do. Some types of grass grown on almost every surface of the earth. Have you seen some types of grass? So list name of places where you have observed grass growing. So you have to make a list name of places where you have to observe grass growing. Example, lawns, cricket fields between cracks of a sidewalk. You have seen the cracks. आप जाते हो तो sidewalk में तभी आप grass देखते हो, lawn. So you have to what name of places you have seen observed grass growing. Okay, this is your also activity and you have to send it. For today beta, you have to do this activity. Okay, for today that's it. Thank you all of you. Have a nice day ahead.